These are the brand new AirPods Max from 2024, a pair of headphones that desperately needed an upgrade. And this is how Apple is attacking the competition. Is it enough? And what are my thoughts with the AirPods Max over the years? Have they solved certain problems that I've had? Well, we've got a lot to talk about. Here is how the AirPods Max are actually like. Alright, so first off, there's a lot of confusion with the AirPods Max that Apple has just released. I've seen a lot of people online calling these the AirPods Max 2. And while these AirPods Max are new, they are by no means AirPods Max 2, even though they actually bring a couple new features that makes them a little bit more attractive to a lot of people. So there's not much new. In fact, the only thing that's new with the AirPods Max are new colors, which was something that a lot of people desperately wanted. They now come in orange, purple, blue, midnight, and this starlight right here, which I'm obsessed with. They've changed up the color from the white version, and this starlight feels more goldish depending on the lighting, and the headband feels very creamy. I'm personally very happy about this new starlight color. And apart from new colors, they've also added a new feature that all of us were just waiting for, and that is USBC. Because yes, you're not dreaming, USB-C is finally here on AirPods Max. Goodbye Lightning. Thank goodness you're leaving, and it might seem like a very small change, but if you think about it, when you were going on a trip, right now, the entire Apple ecosystem as of right now is all USB-C. My iPad, my Mac, my iPhone, everything. And when I wanted to bring my AirPods Max on a trip, just because I was bringing my AirPods Max, I had to bring another cable, Lightning. Which, I mean, I know it's not a big deal, but it is a big deal for me. And that's why within the last few years, I've often used the Sonos Ace, for example, which are USB-C and have a lot of things that these guys don't, which I'll tell you what they are in just a second. So okay, now that we've got the features out of the way, let me tell you if buying AirPods Max in 2024 actually makes sense and how the AirPods Max are actually like. Let's start off with comfort. The AirPods Max are extremely comfortable and very good looking, made out of these very premium materials. And that's honestly one of the reasons why people love AirPods Max so much and why they've gone viral so many times. And that's because they just look so good and they feel like a premium accessories. And I mean, it's truly a luxury, a premium accessories for the price tag that these guys actually have. The AirPods Max are not expensive, but the materials on them are definitely not cheap either. Just the way that the headband behaves when you pull it up and down. You've got the digital crown, the side button. Even the cushions feel luxury when you place them with this magnetic hook. Now, they are by no means uncomfortable, but when you compare them for the Sonos Ace, for example, that I've reviewed in the channel, something that I love about the Sonos Ace is that they find the perfect balance between comfort and looks and material. And the AirPods Max, I wouldn't say they are extremely heavy, but they definitely aren't light either. The headband and the overall comfort of the AirPods Max, if you're using them for hours, let's say you're buying the AirPods Max for traveling, maybe this isn't the best choice. Because the big problem with the AirPods Max is that they are so good looking. And that's how my experience has been with these guys over the years. I love them, but whenever I have to bring them on a trip, a big problem that I have is the headband. Because when you're traveling on an airplane, for example, you kind of want to like stretch your neck, and the headband is so big that it's kind of like, you know, uncomfortable. So you kind of gotta get it out and then stretch and then put it again. Instead, with the Sonos Ace, they are so much lighter that you don't have this like, you know, uncomfort situation. And by no means am I saying that these guys are uncomfortable. I'm just saying that there's more comfortable headphones out there in the market. And then we've got the case, which has this very interesting design. It kind of looks like a bra. And I mean, the thing that I just don't like about them is that they don't really protect your headphones. And the AirPods Max are not a type of headphone, especially for the price tag that they actually cost, that you just want to throw them in your bag, because this is left unprotected. You can't fold them either, so you're left with this package that, you know, occupies a lot in your back. And I guess the comfort and the casing are the weakest parts about these headphones, because honestly, if you want me to be truly honest, the rest is just pure magic. The sound quality on AirPods Max are phenomenal. You've got high fidelity sound with deep bass, rich mids, and crisp highs. They do have the H1 chip still, so the AirPods Pro have the H2 chip. So it's kind of odd that Apple didn't include the new chip from the AirPods Pros onto the AirPods Max, especially for the price tag that these guys cost. The H2 chip brings higher sound quality to the headphones. So, I mean, hopefully Apple will add this with the future upcoming AirPods Max 2. Once again, Apple didn't update these guys. They just basically added USB-C and new colors. So I'm really hoping for a new generation of AirPods Max, and I think they desperately need it because of everything that I said in the beginning of the video. But seriously, something that Apple shouldn't change is the noise cancellation and transparency mode. Because look, I've tested out a lot of earphones, of headphones out there in the market. The competition doesn't even get close to what the noise cancellation and, most importantly, the transparency mode. Nobody does better than Apple, especially with AirPods Max. Now, something else that surprised me is today's sponsor. Meet the Anona Aurora 4K security camera, which has crystal clear 4K video quality with a ×8 zoom. You've got color night vision and a 1.2 aperture, which allows for better low light performance. It packs a 10,000 milliamp battery and solar panels for endless operations. It's ideal if you've got a garden or a terrace. It's got local 32 gigs of storage, and there's no monthly fees like a lot of the competition out there. You've also got 24/7 uninterrupted recording. It will record all day long with two-way audio, so you've got microphones and speakers if you want to speak to it. So if someone just sneaked into your garden, you can be like, hey, get the heck out. It's easy to use. There's no wires, no hubs involved. The app is also pretty easy to use. With the app, you can use the time-lapse feature. With the IP67 rating, it will survive with water, rain, dust. It's pretty much a tank. So if you're interested in picking up the Anona Aurora 4K security camera, it's obviously linked down below in the description. Anona, thank you so much for sponsoring this video. The transparency mode literally feels like you're not wearing headphones. It's unreal, the way that the microphones behave with the headphones in order to just get all the audio in, making you feel, once again, that you're not wearing a pair of headphones, making you just not want to take them off while you're walking. When you're walking out in the street and you want to listen to something, just by tapping on the side button, you'll activate transparency mode just by a tap. And then if you tap again, noise cancellation comes to action, which is once again, probably the best in the industry. It removes unwanted noise so you can immerse yourself in the music, which is amazing, obviously, for the airplane, for public transportation, if you go out walking in a busy city, if you're working at a coffee shop, it will seriously block out all the noise, especially when you put music on, it will block everything out. You've also got always on Siri, so you can always request Siri straight from the headphones. So when you're walking, you can ask for the weather or for a recent sports game. Apple's biggest asset, not only for AirPods Max, but for all the products that they have, is the Apple ecosystem. And that's truly, apart from the noise cancellation and the transparency mode and the aesthetics, I mean, there's a lot to like about AirPods Max. The Apple ecosystem is truly what makes these guys so special. It's what makes the AirPods Max stand out from Sonos 8. Because when you're watching a YouTube video on the iPad, it's automatically connected there. And then if you switch to the iPhone and start listening to a podcast when you go out for the street, it will automatically be switched. And then when you go on your TV with your Apple TV and start watching a movie, just by a tap, you're automatically connected. And that's something that nobody else can do but Apple. And the automatic switching just works so well. You don't gotta go into Bluetooth or into sound. And the first time that I bought the AirPods Max till now, till 2024, a lot has changed, and the automatic switching works so much better than it used to. And I'm sure that's something that Apple has worked very hard on, and you can really notice that. It just works to perfection. And something else that I love is the automatic head detection, because when I grab the AirPods Max and stop using them, the music will just stop because it knows when I'm actually using the AirPods and when I'm not. And that's something that some of the competition doesn't even have. And it's a very big deal because when you're using them and then when you take them out, music will still be playing and the battery will be consumed constantly. The battery life is phenomenal. You get 20 hours of battery life. So even if you go on an international flight, these will still last you. But it's 2024. And Apple still sells basically the same AirPods Max. I am extremely happy that they finally added USB-C, but it feels like Apple isn't in a rush to add a new generation of AirPods Max. They aren't in a rush to redesign the AirPods Max because the AirPods Max have become iconic. When you go on fashion TikTok, AirPods Max are all over the place. When you look at gift guides, everybody wants the AirPods Max. And those type of people don't really seem to complain about the case. They don't really seem to complain about the price tag because people understand the psychology, the product that this is. For me, this is a luxury product, and it brings you luxury features, it brings you luxury listening, and most importantly, it brings you a luxury aesthetic. But for me, as a tech reviewer, would I have wanted these guys to have the H2 chip? Obviously. Would I have wanted maybe a slight redesign? Maybe improved sound quality with the H2 chip and all of that? Of course I would. But I guess we're gonna have to wait on that, because if Apple didn't do it, that probably means that they just don't need to, because these guys are selling extremely well. So who am I to say what Apple needs to do with these? I mean, I love the Starlight. I love this new color. Apple, I mean, I'm impatient for AirPods Max 2. That's all I'm saying. But once again, if you didn't release it, probably means something. Who am I to say? There's a lot of AirPods in the lineup right now, so if you want me to help you decide which one you should buy, you can check out my AirPods buying guide right here. Or if you found this video useful, you can obviously hit subscribe, or you can let me know in the comments which color of AirPods Max is your favorite. Okay, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.